Yeah, thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Back. Today we're talking about Faith Johnson getting her nigga moment, as we like to say. So, story came out a couple days ago about Amber Geiger, the murderer of Botham Jean, and how her defense team is putting a subpoena to Faith Johnson. She was a former DA of Dallas. And basically harassing her to put steam under their hopes of getting Amber Geiger's trial moved to another location, to another county, right? And basically they're calling her to the floor for just anything that she put out in the media from the day of Botham's murder, September 6, 2018, running a whole month span. So they took it from that point to November 6, 2018. Just all kind of information they ferreting out that she has pertaining to the actual case. Anything she said about Botham Jean, anything she's said about Amber Geiger, and just all her stuff from her campaign that she ran during that point in time. So it's speeches, emails, they run through all that shit. Any ads, any text that she's sent, anything that got Amber Geiger in it, Botham Jean in it, anything, they basically just finna run an audit on all her information that she's been running and putting out since then, right? And they're trying to put steam under it, like, well, maybe she said too much about the case during her campaign. And I don't get that. Like the guy who won, the guy named John Cruzit, he was the guy that actually won, right? He won the DA office. So, you know, he won and he spoke about the trial. He flat out came out and said murder is the most appropriate charge for Amber Geiger. And he won. Right? She spoke about the trial and lost. Faith Johnson. So it seemed like he would need a subpoena as well, right? Because his influence is what actually won over the damn DA spot for Dallas County. But I've looked around. He ain't getting no subpoena. He ain't getting no subpoena because he's white. All right? I'm going to say that. He was campaigning during that same time. He had shit to say about the case. But he ain't getting no subpoena. So that's the kind of clown shit this shit is, right? And I've seen stories also saying, oh, she didn't control the release of information around this case that could make the case bad for Geiger. Like she's supposed to be policing the bad information out about Geiger for the sheer possibility that Geiger would walk over to somebody's house and shoot somebody for no reason. Like, motherfucker, like, come on. Like that aspect is making it hard for her to get a fair trial or whatever. And I'm just like, stop it, quit it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it, white supremacist media. Stop it, white supremacist society. Quit it. Stop yourself. What the fuck happened was, and white supremacist media just don't want to admit this shit, that it was new black media that poured gasoline on Amber Geiger's whole little ass made up ass story about this case. And we set her whole ship ablaze within hours. That's what happened. And we kept it coming. We kept touching down to burn up white supremacist media's take on the story. We followed up with Bunny Babs. You know what I mean? That shot him in the foot. We followed up on the 911 call that Geiger made Another shot in the fucking foot, right? Faith Johnson ain't have no say so in that. So the lawyers is just grabbing at straws. And if you look at her stance on the case from day one, just think about it. She ain't had no interest in having a just kind of hand on this case. She ain't have no interest in having a positive, just hand in this case. I remember Faith Johnson was the one kissing white supremacist ass until she had to change her tune with this case. After Kruzak came talking murder charges for Geiger. Don't forget that shit. It was us in media who prompted that whole firestorm in the media behind this. And got Amber Geiger's defense attorney shitting and pissing about this. So her lawyer's trying to reach for anything and blame Faith Johnson for this ongoing media wave that we've seen. It's been an ongoing wave, right? That got heat put around this case on the street. It's asinine. It's asinine to blame Faith Johnson. That's just some blame the black behavior that we're witnessing right now, y'all. If y'all follow this case and you know how this shit has evolved with blaming media for potentially biasing this case, that'll expose that this is some blame the black shit. When they first started talking about media is the problem and media saturation is the reason that we need to get this to another venue, when they was kicking that shit about media being the engine that's biasing a potential jury pool behind this case, what was they first saying? What was they saying? They were saying media saturation. No specificity, just media saturation. Now it's, ooh, that doggone filthy black woman. You understand? And it's all fluff, y'all. They never, ever, ever push things like this to other venues based on something merely being in the news or somebody talking about it. They don't ever do this shit. Just because it's merely in the news and there may be some negative news out there, negative to them about it. When have you ever, ever, ever heard of that being a move? You know what I'm saying? Or being used as a reason to make this kind of move from a defense attorney stance, right? I'm saying they're making an exception in this case because Geiger got exposed on so many levels. Yo, what up, RDB Fresh? I've seen that name a lot, man. Yo, you be in certain chats, man. I've seen your avatar, your handle. You don't ever be talking no bullshit from what I've been able to pick up. RDB Fresh, y'all. Everybody give a shout out to RDB Fresh whenever you enter the chat. Whoever in the chat and not in the... whoever's in the stream and not in the chat yet. Give a shout out to RDB Fresh. You don't be kicking no bullshit. Glad you made it in, bro. But understand that they're making an exception in this case with that aspect of trying to push this to another venue on the account of some negative news being out there, negative to them. They're making an exception because the news about Amber Geiger is just that. It's the actual news of what happened. It's the actual story of what happened. And her story doesn't hold up to the light of truth in front of the public. And everybody's smelling her wet dog smelling ass fuckery. And now her lawyer's going to try to act like, oh, this is just an uncommon amount of press, right? Motherfucker, it's a common thing for a race soldier who slays a person, an innocent person, to be in the motherfucking news and there to be negative leaning stories about it. Hell, there's both sides of favorability that you can find on these types of stories in the news. Big deal. You know what I'm saying? Race soldiers aren't special to where they can get to be absolved from negative media. You know what I'm saying? What do they do to get absolved from negative media coverage? Nothing. That's my point. They ain't special. Especially when the cops' own damn actions, right? The cops' own damn actions aligned and made a picture that was negative for their own damn self, like Amber punk ass Geiger. What news are they gonna blame? This was international news. It wasn't just some local news. You're trying to blame local news outlets and shit out here. Nah, this shit was international news. The whole fucking world. So to sit back in front like the news outlets putting out their stories, nah, that ain't the deal. Just because news is out there, you're gonna try to blame news for you being fearful of a Dallas jury pool when the news went international. That's dumb. And you want to front like Faith Johnson runs the news like that? Come on, that shit is dumb. That shit is straight up dumb. What it is more so is that the standard they're trying to set, and I'm keeping an eye on this, just the fact that if some news look bad for a cop, and it looked bad for the cop side of a story on a case, it's not good to put it in media. That's like the kind of crap they trying to get to, right? And we'll try to subpoena black people. We'll try to subpoena anybody. We'll subpoena people, period, and especially black people, if unfavorable information about a cop takes off like wildfire. What kind of sense do that shit make? And I will say this, Faith Johnson, Miss Lady, you sat your crooked wig wearing ass up in front of the world and set Amber up with them manslaughter charges, them penny ante ass manslaughter charges out the gate in this case, acted like that shit was all cool. And white supremacist society spun back around. Was like, hold up, bitch, we ain't through with you, you doggone Negro. First, you was on team white supremacy. You was on team white supremacy by giving Geiger these punk ass manslaughter charges. We were proud of you for doing the devil's work behind that shit, bitch, and selling out black people. We was rah, rah, rah for Faith Johnson when you did that shit, bitch. But then you flip-flopped and got on Geiger with the murder charges. So since you don't got no loyalty to the injustice that we expect from our coons, we're going to make a spectacle out of your ass now. Now that you done set yourself out there as a flip-flopping coon nigress, whatever, we're going to use that flip-flopping ass of yours still to try to push this case over to a whitewashed area. It's going to be, some white supremacist code or whatever. You see that? So ain't no loyalty in cooning, Miss Lady. Let me get to my Chizette. Yeah. Ain't no loyalty in that cooning. This is a nigga moment for Faith Johnson. Had she came out the gate and really put the pressure on Geiger from the jump without waiting, the current now today would be different. She wouldn't be getting no damn subpoena. They would have thought twice about trying to tap her as a resource for Okay, y'all, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I'm using a different mic. I got a different mic that's plugged. Okay, so it might sound a little different. It's a different mic I'm using. Okay. I'm using my webcam mic, so it might sound a little. I don't know how it's gonna sound, but we'll find out. Let me not let it clip so hard. God damn, because I know I talk loud and shit. You know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have it clipping so hard. All right, so y'all can hear me. It sound okay? All right, we're gonna go with it. They say it sound okay. I see myself metering. All right, cool. Good. And I hope this other mic just don't cut the fuck on while I'm doing this. I guess it won't since I already switched over. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that little sound technicality thing. Glad y'all stayed on the hook with your boy. Damn, y'all could have said fuck that nigga. I'm glad y'all stay on the hook with your boy. Appreciate that. Good looking the fuck out. Can't say y'all never done nothing for me. Alright? But I was saying, like, I guess where I left off, and I hope you hear or you heard up to that point. Who was that put me on notice about it? Was that Andrew Sarian Norman? Yo, Andrew Sarian Norman. Andrew Sarian Norman. Yo, thank you for putting me on tap about that, bro. I appreciate it. Last thing I was talking about before, Andrew Sarian Norman got at me about how the sound was clicking and not doing what it was going to do. I was just saying that 911 call, that's a very damning call that Amber Geiger had out there. They can't put that on Faith Johnson, that type of weight of evidence on that call, right? Because the big deal was about her not rendering aid to Botham Jean. We got a call. We got actual recorded evidence of what the fuck she was really doing during that motherfucking call. Alright? Wasn't rendering no kind of aid. Alright? And like I was saying, if you are truly an upstanding police officer who accidentally shot somebody that you did not mean to, the shit is just straight laced, cut and dry. Right? On that call where she's faking like she's in hysterics, letting the man bleed out on the fucking floor, what was she saying? In that call, the 911 operator, like after she got through crocodile tearing it for however long, when the 911 operator finally got in and was like, okay, we're sending somebody on the way. The very first time they said that, after she got through giving her little sob story, her response was what after they said that? After they said, okay, we're sending someone on the way, her response was what? She said, I know, but I'm gonna lose my job. Y'all hear that? That type of snap dismissal, that type of speed to dismiss. Oh, finally somebody is gonna get the help that they need, that I accidentally shot, and that I want to see them get help because I did not mean to shoot them. And I've been on the phone in hysterics about it, about them getting help. There's no expression of relief. She didn't give no sort of release. All you gotta say is, I know, but I'm gonna lose my job. That's the mark of somebody who don't give a fuck about seeing an innocent get help. And like I said, she ain't do nothing to help this guy because she wanted him to die. Had he lived, we would have been able to say, look, this female came banging on my door, cussing at me. I opened the door, she shot me. She didn't want that story to get out there. So it's a move of desperation, basically what I'm saying about these lawyers. Oh, underscore says, been checking your videos out and you have good content. Yeah, I've seen you before, underscore. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you for checking in with your boy whenever you find the dime to do so. Appreciate it. Yo, what up? What up, G-Man? Shout out to the mod G-Man in the house. He don't play no games. He don't even imagine playing no games. He on a completely different time. Shout out to G-Man, you know? So, like I said, this is a move of desperation from the defense for Amber Geiger. They grasping at straws to try to pull some foolywang and trying to prop up some win in Amber Geiger's sale, and it's not going to amount to anything. The world's just not going to go silent on news just because a white fucking race soldier gets the dots connected on her ass before a trial. Alright? So get over it. Tough luck, bitch. And all you little punk ass lawyers, y'all get over it. Another thing I want to touch on. Another thing. Did y'all hear about Renee Hall? Renee Ulisha Hall. She's the Dallas police chief currently. There you go. I had Fake Johnson up there. She's the Dallas police chief that we're scaling this boycott up against. And if y'all forget, her MO is she's responsible for violating, excuse me, with the hiccups and the bursts. What's that, a hiccup? God damn it. Excuse me, y'all. If y'all did not know or didn't catch the wave, she's under the press of the grill for violating Botham Jean's constitutional rights. She's being sued by his family for doing so. They've mentioned her in the lawsuit against Dallas police for that reason. She also had to be pressured to fire Amber Geiger. Y'all remember she was lying and saying that she needed special approval to fire Amber Geiger. That's a lie, right? She was hiding behind the Texas Rangers as far as having them head off the investigation of the case when her unit could have just did it. She was not carrying out her own investigation, right? She wasn't pressuring Faith Johnson to seek adequate charges against Geiger. She wasn't really getting her feet in the dirt behind the shit. All this shit, right? Well, just last week, news came out that Renee Hall is on medical leave for some sort of medical issue. They haven't came out with it. She's been undergoing some issues with her health that she's been quiet on. And I want to say, black society, we've been working our energy on certain people in society when it comes to them shitting on foundational black America. Renee Hall is one of them, y'all. She's one of the motherfuckers we've been getting at. She's one specifically that I've not let slide on this channel here. Y'all may know that, right? Also, another interesting thing, a month after Botham Jean was assassinated, Renee Hall's mother passed. Her mama died, right?
And then she herself started having some health issues shortly after that. That's not uncommon. You know, people, family members pass or whatever, and they have these, people go through all kind of things, right? So, I'm putting it together like, Botham John gets shot. Renee Hall get put to the test over the case behind this shit. You know what I mean? She came from Detroit to Dallas playing, basically is what we saying. She came from Detroit to Dallas playing, laying in bed with white supremacist society and white supremacist interests because she's scared of white daddy being mad at her type shit, right? She waltzing around the city like this, carrying this kind of weight like this, right? Type shit that coons do, right? Laying and playing with it, laying and playing with them, laying with them, playing with them, right? And again, during this time, you know, black media, we was on her head. We was stomping on her fucking head. We wasn't playing. Then her mama die, then she gets sick. And she been up and down in health ever since. Right? Put all that shit together. Put all that shit together, y'all. What that sound like to me is some energy coming around to meet her. That sound like karma saying, you think it was cool for a cop to lay up after doing dirt? Like Amber Geiger, right? Well, then surely you think it's cool for yourself to lay up after doing dirt. Laying up after doing dirt is cool, right? This, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all on my channel, we're going to get these karma conversations. We're going to get these kind of conversations. Karma was like, oh, you think that shit cool? Here you go. Straight up. Y'all see how I put karma together on my channel? Alright. You see how you see what I'm doing? See how I'm moving? See how I'm handling shit? See how I'm dismantling this shit? See how I'm disassembling shit? Right? That shit wild, right? Before the case, if y'all remember, she was super cop. Hold up, G-Man say that's old goon spirit on her ass. Yeah. Hey. Yo, G-Man say she shouldn't been cooning so hard, stupid bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yo, RDB Fresh say, hold up, like the train is at the. I can't see all the. Okay, I can see the emojis on my long screen. That cool train coming from Renee Hall, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What do they call it? What's that church song talking about the chariots gonna come and pick somebody up? Motherfucker, that's the coon chariot. The coon chariot come by to just put some breeze up in a hospital gown real quick. She at home resting now, but it's just coming through to put some breeze through her nightgown right now, letting her know, look, you cooned hard. You gonna swing by. Show you what this breeze of near death and illness and sickness and all that shit feel like. Since you're out here playing with the souls of foundational black people or the minds of foundational black people. Botham John ain't foundational black Americans, but when we come up and tell you what the fuck some shit is, you want to just play and hide and lay and play with white supremacy off of the shit? Oh, okay. We some chosen motherfuckers. We ain't the people to play with. I think that's what the world is coming to the realization of. There's certain motherfuckers you don't run up wrong with. It's us. We them. You know what I mean? Angel Sarian Norman says Big Mama Karma is not playing. Real talk. I mean, like I said, this chick was bionic cop. She was a super cop. She was part of all these auxiliary cop training organizations. She was a bionic bitch. Now look at her. I mean, karma on that ass. I told you about having melanin, damn it. You know, having melanin, we take in all the energy of the universe, from the farthest regions of universes to where the fuck we at right now, standing, where we at. And taking in all that energy, we have to filter it. And choice whether it's good or bad, right? Whether it's good or bad for us. Renee Hall, Black Behind, been taking in all this truth energy. Don't let me get to preaching in this hole. Reverend Get It, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Church of Reverend Get It, y'all. Saying she been taking in all this energy. Her Black Behind been taking in all this truth energy we've been putting out behind this case. It ain't no fucking mystery. But she been trying to live out the lie energy of it, right? Right? And, I mean, goddamn, it's science. We've proven in science, just in general, that lies make your body physically weak and truth makes your body physically stronger. Right? Truth strengthens the body, y'all. I told y'all we're going to have these energy conversations on my channel. So now, her health issues that started probably right when this case started, probably before her mama passed. The energy that she's been carrying pertaining to this case, in my opinion, I'm not no energyologist, but goddamn it, I'm Reverend Get It, y'all, motherfucker. The energy she been harboring, holding on to behind this case, you know what I'm saying, is eating her ass up. That's what I see. I want y'all to take one last note about this. Take a note on my post that I did about Latino thug gangs poisoning the U.S. police. This was last week I did this post. I talked about Latino police officers and there's a union out here that they got, and LULAC and all this shit, trying to get Renee Hall removed from her position as police chief. As a racialized power play, right? I think it's a racialized power play they're trying to pull to get a Latino police chief out here in Dallas. And they claim it's because of the, little slight spike in crime or whatever out in Dallas. So I don't believe that. I think it's just something that they can prop themselves up with as a means for them to peacock strut. But I just found it interesting. I found it just all the way fascinating that the same officers she willing to put her integrity on the line for, like Amber Geiger, are now calling for her resignation while she sat in a hospital bed. That's the part that really stands out. Like, while she was in the hospital bed last week, and now while she's recovering from a medical issue, right? She's having a medical issue. That's something else. That's something else. Renee done Unsunken Ones say Renee done messed around and stuck her tongue to that karma transformer. Swing low, yeah, Sweet Cherry. That's what song I'm thinking about, goddammit. Swing low, sweet coon train. Blow that breeze up through her nightgown in the hospital and say, bitch, that's your ass, bitch. Yeah, so coon train ain't playing. It's coming down from heaven. Goddamn it, to get that ass. Why you playing? Why you thinking it's games? Yeah. Everybody got to deal with karma in one way or another. It's the reward. It's a reward. It's a consequence for what you do. Consequence can be good or bad for what the fuck you do. You know? So yeah. She thought being the blue line was gonna stop the sweet chariot. Blue line don't stop no sweet chariot, y'all. Understand? We've seen other cases of where the blue line didn't even stop the speed and the velocity of that sweet chariot on that ass. Watch my videos on the cops that get murked. You know what I'm saying? The blue line don't stop that sweet chariot, baby. Yep. That's what's up. But like I said, you know, with Amber Geiger and with Renee Hall, I want to get on her a little bit, just a little bit more. You know, like I said, all these Latino groups are trying to orchestrate her removal from her seat as a chief while she's sick and in the hospital and all that shit, right? We can learn from how the Latinos move, you know what I'm saying? We can learn from how they do shit in this way, I want to say. You know, because black folk, we don't really think about, customarily, we don't think to attack other groups when they down. You know what I mean? Just build with your boy on this. You know, we don't customarily think to attack groups of people when they down, when they hurt, when they sick or injured or whatever, right? We approach these groups with a lot of morality. We approach them with a level of morality that's it turns my stomach. It's unreasonably sickening, the level of morality that we approach these other groups with. It's never reciprocated. You know what I mean? And they were making calls for this chick, calling for her resignation while she on a sick bed last week. You know what I'm saying? So these other groups, and we just talking about the Latinos, but just in general, these other groups, man, they come over here with a mercenary flow. I'm saying we trying to befriend them and get all the Latino coochie and the Latino penis, all that goopy ass shit, kicking that. We hear this all the time out here. Oh, the essays, they be cool out here. Y'all, it's different out here in Texas. They be cool. And you be cool, whole ass niggas. I just need y'all to frame y'all thought around the premise of the cutthroatness of these other groups. They playing for keeps out this bitch. And out of just the sheer dysfunction of being mistreated by all these groups, excluding no group, for so many damn generations, population of black society, we be on some, we just settling for some love. We just want some affection, some love. And what we really need to start doing is carrying the same vengeful mindset these other groups have. This lady Renee Hall on her sick bed, and they trying to take away her job. Kicking her while she down, you know what I mean? Effectively stomping her while she down, alright? Just soak on that shit. Soak on that. They say, man, we don't care if your black ass bills pile up, bitch. We don't care if your black ass hospital bills pile up, bitch. We want your spot. So we got to turn it on, y'all. We can't be playing. We got to be full-fledged on some kick them while they down shit. Because they don't got no shame in doing it. It's broadcast news every day that they don't got no shame. You got LULAC and police unions clicking up, making news about acting an ass. Kicking a chick while she down type shit. Kicking a black person while they down type shit. They making news out of it. You got to understand where that type of mind state come from. That come from a mind state of coming over here in this country, being on some wipe us out, take our place, take our opportunities, take us down and act like we never happened here in America. I've talked about that mentality. these other groups want to act like we never happened here in America. I gotta keep pressing that, huh? But I'm saying, like, that's shit they on. Shit is deep. So I just want to point that out about Renee Hall. That shit got deep. Unsunken One was saying Renee done. Okay. Oh, let me go to my other screen because I. It's okay. Oh, I see it. I see what you were saying. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to kick that to y'all right fast. Let me do this real quick. And for those that missed my last cast, just know that two major things. Yo, my YouTube account has just qualified for monetization. I'm gonna look into it and see what it really means, what it means to me to be monetized. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna check into it. I don't know if y'all are to blame for it, if my viewership is to blame for it, my subscribership is to blame for it, but thank y'all anyway. I don't know. I don't know who to thank or whatever the fuck. But I thank y'all anyway, just for the fuck of it. And I'll be letting out some coupons for my stores. Probably this weekend I'll release some new coupons for my stores so everybody can go in there and just get some special this and that. I might even make some special mod coupons for the mods, you know what I mean? Some special things for the month let out, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody get a taste of the flavor I'll be kicking, huh? Also, I ordered my new camera yesterday. Finally, they did my little refund on my older, well, the one that I ordered, and they sent me the wrong package. I had to send it back and go through all that shit. So that's gonna be coming as well. So y'all will be seeing a new camera, new everything. Shit's gonna be looking fly. Also, noflag.com is coming very soon. If y'all go to your browsers, key in noflag.com, y'all see my under construction page. Been working on for about a good 7 and some change months. So once that shit drop, y'all gonna be like, oh man, that nigga P is gonna do that shit. Damn, god damn it, man. God damn it, P. You understand? So just be ready for that. Be ready for all that. Things I've been working on, and I want to continue to steadily up this channel, steadily up it. So once it reaches, you know, a level where it's got like a high subscribership and all this shit, motherfuckers will be like, oh, this is the motherfucking shit. This is a real new experience. It's a new experience I want to bring to people. I don't give a fuck what I gotta go through to get it. I'm gonna make sure that it be right and flip at a certain frequency for everybody. Right? That's what I'm kicking. Robert Stokes, ADOS San Diego. Yo, what's good, Robert Stokes? What's good with ADOS San Diego? What's good out there in the Dago? Yeah, just everybody saluting everybody. Thanks and all this. Good. Thanks and handshakes and daps and pounds and hugs and I. Gangsters, pounds and hugs, I. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, so you know when I'm dropping this shit. Don't forget to check out my Teespring. That shit, I'm gonna keep pumping to make America pay again. I'm gonna keep pumping to make America pay again. Alright? So y'all don't forget. But check it out. It's the work we do. Robert Stokes say dealing with the immigrants. We got another. I got another post I want to do on what ICE is going through. I seem to be the only one in New Black Media that's touching on ICE. I guess I'll let that be my lane so people can not fall asleep on that shit. Got some pretty interesting comments on that last video that I want to put some scope on. So I might drop that tomorrow. Probably drop that tomorrow. So y'all tune in when y'all see my notification. It'll be live. I like to do my shit live because that shit fun as fuck to me. You know, the pre-recorded shit is cool. It's convenient, but it ain't fun though. I mean, and maybe we'll get this mic shit situated too. I want to get that fixed and situated. You know what I mean? So y'all tune in. Y'all thought I was gonna end without saying, get it, y'all? Hell nah. Nigga, get it, y'all, nigga.